For years on end, the Pittsburgh Steelers have generally known what they have. Mike Tomlin runs a tight ship. The team will likely win 9 or more games, and the season will end in disappointing fashion. Tomlin remains at the helm, but the offseason brought a huge shift from a cultural perspective. Stars on both sides of the ball were acquired in an effort to insulate a win-now roster around quarterback Aaron Rodgers. One of the biggest moves was the trade for wide receiver DK Metcalf. It's early, but one area he's rewarding the Steelers for their investment in goes beyond the surface. It's his approach. Aaron Rodgers praises DK Metcalf's approach. He cares about the right stuff. Recent weeks saw Rodgers rave about Metcalf's professionalism. The bond between the two appears to be strong. Anyone who's followed Rodgers' career knows that's never a foregone conclusion. The training camp roommates are thriving 1 week into the 2025-26 campaign, though. Sure, Rodgers is putting effort in on his end. One of the main reasons why Metcalf is starring both on and off the field, however, is how much of a professional he is. Rodgers explained further when speaking to the media on Wednesday. He cares about the right stuff, Rodgers said.
He cares about it.
Cares enough to watch the film and to put in the time and take notes, ask questions. Comes over and sits next to me during the week at various times to try and get on the same page. I love it. That's, unfortunately, not the standard around the league that I've been accustomed to. It was a lot of times in Green Bay because those guys kind of saw what it was like with Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones, Devontae Adams got to watch that, and he was the next guy in line. Whatever way you go about it, when you're the lead dog in the room who's also a great guy and prepares the right way, it makes it easy for the rest of the room to follow his lead. Metcalf, now on a lucrative contract extension, is the unquestioned alpha of the receiver room. That's little surprise, but it comes with sizable expectations. Over the summer, the NFL seemed to wonder whether he's worth the billing of a top-shelf wideout. The Steelers absolutely need him to be, especially given the lack of elite talent elsewhere. Things on the field are off to a good start. Metcalf drew a tough matchup in Week 1 but hauled in 4 passes for 83 yards anyway. Rodgers' respect for him is obvious. Time with Seahawks shaped Metcalf's role as a leader. Week 2 brings something new for Metcalf, a revenge game. He spent his first 6 seasons with Pittsburgh's weekend opponent, the Seattle Seahawks, after landing there in the second round of the 2019 NFL Draft. It's a chance for the Steelers to rise to 2-0 on the year, as well as an opportunity for Metcalf to put his former squad into a 0-2 hole.
But he isn't looking at it that way.
He's merely focused on the task at hand. The 2-time Pro Bowler is grateful for the first NFL organization he knew. Being around so many veterans helped him prepare for the leadership role he has now. I just think the way that I've matured and grown as a football player on the field, Metcalf said. And my leadership skills have definitely been honed in thanks to guys like Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, Coach Pete Carroll. Especially being around these great players in this organization, a great head coach. I've had the chance to learn from a lot of great people. Everything Metcalf learned in Seattle is applying to Pittsburgh. He's a vocal leader, a tone setter, and a friend to Rodgers. He's a study partner and a weight room savant. At his core, Metcalf is also a positive influence. Despite his freakish frame and high-level aptitude for football, it's his attitude that rises above it all. Ending everything on a positive note, Metcalf said. So if I get a drop, I've always got a big eraser, as Russ would call it during my rookie year. Make a catch, or like you said, a shooter ending on a make or in the weight room. Always do 1 extra rep of everything. Just the way that I carry myself, and just the way that I view life. Always end on something positive. Potential changes loom for Broderick Jones in Steelers lineup. The Pittsburgh Steelers may be on the verge of a significant lineup adjustment, particularly concerning the future of offensive tackle Broderick Jones. An insider within the organization has hinted that a potential benching for the rookie could occur sooner rather than later. Performance under scrutiny. Ezoic. Jones, who was drafted with high expectations, has faced challenges during his transition to the NFL. As the season progresses, the scrutiny on his performance has intensified, especially following pivotal games where he struggled to make a substantial impact. The Steelers' coaching staff is reportedly evaluating several factors, including consistency and the overall effectiveness of the offensive line. Impact of lineup decisions. Ezoic. Should the Steelers decide to bench Jones, it would mark a significant moment in his early career. The coaching staff is known for making tough decisions to ensure the team's success. Any shakeup in the lineup could serve as a wake-up call not only for Jones but for the entire offensive unit, emphasizing the need for improved performance as the season unfolds. Team dynamics and future outlook. The Steelers are navigating a competitive landscape in the NFL, and maintaining a strong offensive line is crucial for the success of quarterback Russell Wilson and the entire offense. The potential for change reflects a larger strategy aimed at fostering resilience and adaptability within the team. As the situation develops, all eyes will be on Jones and the coaching staff's forthcoming decisions. The implications of these choices could resonate well beyond the season, shaping the trajectory of both the player and the franchise. Aaron Rodgers rose to prominence and made magic with head coach Mike McCarthy for 14 years with the Green Bay Packers. The two combined for a win-loss record of 113-60-1, including a Super Bowl win, 2 league MVPs, and 8 Pro Bowl selections. So, what did McCarthy see from Rodgers in his first game with the Pittsburgh Steelers? "I think it went just like his whole career has gone," McCarthy said Thursday via the Pat McAfee Show. "Touchdowns versus interceptions. I mean, it's just amazing, his discipline and decision-making. I thought he looked very comfortable. I thought he just played to the tempo of the offense. The only negative was the sacks, but he just has to get a feel for those guys because, as I touched on earlier, the A and B gap release in the pass game, that's a huge strength of his. I thought those guys, they definitely looked on the same page, and he looked really comfortable in the offense." Rodgers has, by far, the best TD-INT ratio in NFL history. He's thrown 4.37 touchdown passes for every interception in his career. Second place is Lamar Jackson, all the way down at 3.43. Rodgers helped extend that average in his Steelers debut with a 4 TD, 0 INT performance. To McCarthy's point, Rodgers has been pretty good at avoiding sacks throughout his career with a quick release and a great sense of pressure and how to avoid it. He is on pace to take 68 sacks this year, which would be 17 more than his next highest season. The offensive line is at fault for some of that, but Rodgers also made sure to take his share of the blame during his Wednesday media availability. He revealed a tight back prevented him from moving how he would like to. Fortunately, he wasn't listed on the injury report this week, so that may have just been an acute age-related issue with unfortunate timing on game day. Very few, if any, people have watched more Aaron Rodgers tape on the planet than McCarthy. So the fact that he's seeing a familiar product on the field is an encouraging sign for Pittsburgh.